Very excited to have this next guest with us. He is an Iraq War veteran, Troy Yocum, and he's doing his best to raise money for military families walking across America for our troops. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
So you've already started your mission. Tell us where you've been and how far you have left to go and how much money you've raised.
Well, it all goes really back about 2 years ago. I got an email from my good friend who's an Iraq War veteran while I was deployed in Iraq. His job laid off thousands of people, including himself. When this happened, I felt like I needed to maybe do something to try to help him as best as I could. After contacting charities and starting to raise funds, we were able to help him. And when I did that, I found out so much about all kinds of other military families going through financial need. An all-time record high of veteran suicides, an all-time record high of unemployment for veterans, and I decided that I needed to step up in a much bigger way. Did I really think I'd walk across America at that point? Probably not, but that is exactly what I chose to do. I figured the best way to spread awareness would be to literally walk from town to town, city to city.
I think we have some video of you doing just that right there.
Yes, that's coming across the GW Bridge into New York City about 4 or 5 days ago.
Wow.
Long time to get all the way there. 14 months of walking, 6,400 miles now complete. Going all the way back from April 17, 2010 when I started in Louisville, Kentucky, went all the way west to San Diego to New Orleans, and now all the way to the Big Apple.
Wow. And so people all along the way we saw in that video clip, they're joining you and participating?
It's very much a Forrest Gump movement across America. Thousands and thousands of people have walked with us. It sometimes slows me down a little bit, but I find ways to catch back up and get to places on time.
So you have an actual goal, somewhere you have to be at a certain time?
I live and die by a schedule I wrote almost 2 years ago sitting in the Iraq desert. I figured the best way I could manage and organize everything for fundraisers is to give people a timetable. So I do about 15 to 20 miles a day. I now have to walk all the way to Boston and then back to Louisville, Kentucky for the finish line on September 3rd. September
3rd is when you expect to finish. Now, how can people help you out? How is it that you're actually raising money?
The great thing is that people can do it right online at thru-hike.com.
Okay.
Of course, there's a lot of people that come out and donate straight to me. But quite honestly, the best way now to donate is to go over to a Modell Sporting Goods or Party City. There's a few other retailers that all got involved. After 13 months of walking, I had raised only $200,000. And just the last month, they have raised another $300,000. And hopefully we can raise another $1 million by the time I reach the finish line.
That is amazing. So let's raise some more money. Everybody at home watching right now, log on. It is thru-hike.com, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and there's your website. We put it up as well. So wanted to ask you about something else that's going on today, specifically in my home state of North Carolina. There's a Marine who's being returned home. He's a fallen hero. He's being laid to rest today in Gastonia, North Carolina. And this Westboro Baptist Church group is set to picket, 1:15 today is when this is happening, outside his funeral. You have thoughts on that?
I think it's a horrible thing. I think that someone's funeral is a very private matter. It shouldn't be a very open public thing where people can go and protest and hold signs of hatred. To me, these people have nothing but hate in their hearts. I don't call them a church, I call them a cult, because that's what they are. They do nothing but harm and hurt, and they have no clue what it is to be one of those families that have just lost one of their loved ones. I've lost so many brothers and sisters at war, and to me it's a national tragedy that these people are allowed to do this. I know they won their Supreme Court decision, and I want to think that the judges didn't get to see the real side of it. I walked into Topeka, Kansas, where they exist, and I thought they were going to protest us, but we had so many police officers and firemen that kept them at bay, hidden from my eyes, and I thank God for people like that, the Patriot Guard riders, all these motorcycle groups that step up in a big way, and really they started because of the Westboro Baptist.
A call went out on Twitter last night for them to get involved and do their part to shield the family from this, and it really touches me. You know, this is Lance Corporal, I got to say his name, Nicholas S. O'Brien, and he died June 9th of 2011 while conducting combat operations in the Helmand province of Afghanistan. So our prayers and our thoughts go out to that family that's having to deal with that today with these people there. And it really, really disturbs me, which is why I wanted to bring